We're also joined by Patrick, Bitcoin Motorist. How's it going, Patrick?
Hey, what's going on, fellow
Welcome to the show.
motorists?
Patrick's rocking his ugly old goat Bitcoin working man's tour Bitcoin t-shirt. I got one of those. That's a classic shirt.
Love this shirt. I got this shirt.
Adam, get yourself a free drink. Bartender, serve Adam a free drink. I have a thingy.
I got this shirt from Ugly Old Goat. I thank him deeply for this awesome shirt. Yeah. So very happy.
I don't know if I'm going on another cruise. I'm afraid, but I love Ugly Old Goat.
Are you afraid of? You're not afraid of goats, but you're afraid of.
No, I'm afraid of cruises and coronaviruses. I don't want to die ironically from that beer. But if I got to do what I got to do, 15% is good odds. I got a good chance. Okay. You have to go. There's no choice now, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Sure. Yeah, thanks.
I'm just starting at joesazwebsite.com, but I have a Joe_Saz Telegram, Twitter handle, Telegram group where I post all the public information on my trades. So yeah, you guys can see that. I
see you publicly post a trade.
Yeah,
so you trade with your own money.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I make sure that people know that I'm not just talking shit. The order book analysis is obscure already.
Yeah.
And so if people are saying, "How the hell is this guy making buys and sells?" You will see when I made it, and then you can join me in the Bitcoin Lounge, my show. I have two shows: Bitcoin Daily, which is a 10-minute update. The Lounge is where I smoke a cigar. AMA.
Hang
out.
And this man gave me a free cigar the night before last. So yeah.
Well,
that was
I like that you're open with your trades and that you're straightforward about it. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So that's where you can find me, and I'm happy to help. This is what I've chosen to serve my community by helping people extend their buying power to the best of their ability. Unfortunately, I can't do what some of these amazing human beings here, like Jimmy Song, Peter Todd, all these other amazing technical people can do, but I sure can help people make better buying and selling decisions.
Awesome.
So,
all right, well, thanks so much, Joe Sass. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Cool.
Thanks, Joe. Yep. Thank you.
All right, Patrick, what's going on? Hey. We last saw Patrick at the Ugly Old Goat Working Man's Bitcoin Cruise. You made a speech about history and Bitcoin and all kinds of things. I liked it.
It was right up my alley. When Ugly asked me to speak at the conference, I didn't know right away what I wanted to talk about. But then, like a few days later, I was thinking about all the technologies, the revolutionary technologies that happened throughout history, and how when they were invented, people didn't know really what they were. I mean, the invention happened, and it was
selfie stick.
Radio, the radio, the sliced bread.
Exactly. Nobody knew what the purpose of it was until much later. So I think it's kind of foolish, I think, for us to assume at this point, 10, 11 years into Bitcoin, for us to think that we completely understand what this technology is. And the problem is that, and I'm not saying this as a negative to anybody, but I think I do this myself too. So I'm not criticizing anybody else. What I'm saying is that we're trying to take Bitcoin and we're trying to fit it into some mold that we know before. Oh, it's like PayPal. Oh, it's like gold. I'm not saying it's not like PayPal. I'm not saying it's not like gold. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to force this radical new technology into something that we already understand. And we don't understand what this is yet. No, the internet is not a new fax machine. So that's what people thought. Oh, it's like a fax machine, it's just it's another way to send a message. That's not what the internet was. The internet just changes the way we look at information, period. And I think I don't think Bitcoin is going to reveal what money is, because I don't think even now we understand what money is. And I think that we're learning what money is through Bitcoin.
Money is great. Money lets us do all kinds of things we couldn't do. Barter is horrible. Barter is very difficult. I agree with you. For all we know, the killer application for Bitcoin is to pay the aliens to keep them from eating us. For all we know, they're on the outside saying, I'm going to eat anybody without a Bitcoin. That means you. That's bad for everyone. Much better not to be eaten.
That's crazy. David Bowie. Funny you say alien. It's David Bowie's quote, isn't it, about the internet? There's that early 90s, like it's like a fucking alien, and it's so true. Like who'd have thought that you'd have like these these internet memes and all the variety we have nowadays? People just thought, I write an email and it's like an email is a formal letter, but more formal. And I put 2 spaces after every full stop. And all of that's changed. I met a guy, I thought, I was old school still. It took me long enough to go from two spaces after a full stop to 1. I met a guy who's 3 spaces after each full stop. I don't know what era of the internet that was.
I'm still doing 2 like a typewriter. Yeah. But.
Yeah. And I think that if we do discover intelligent alien life out there, I think maybe the only alien life that is going to be able to leave their own home planet are alien life that have discovered sound money. So I think Bitcoin could be a fundamental force of the universe, whereas all these aliens, the ones that don't discover sound money, don't discover Bitcoin, they die off on their own planet. Whereas the ones that come up with a way to kind of save their value and kind of think about the future and to kind of get off the planet, all these alien life forms, we're all gonna have Bitcoin. So I don't know. That's just a crazy theory.
I would agree with you.
It was a dream I had.
I've definitely speculated about this before. Everyone knows in the Federation, if you want to join the Federation, you have to break the warp barrier.
Absolutely.
This always seemed kind of arbitrary. Like you want to travel really fast so you can join our cool club. It seems a lot more sense to me. Term vision of your society. If you're not thinking short term, like the government that sold all their Bitcoin instead of building museums like I requested, we could have Smithsonian's in every single state. But if you're thinking short term, you don't get to join the Federation. If you're thinking long term, you adopt Bitcoin as your worldwide global currency, which is kind of unavoidable because no one can print them.
And
so
I
it's
haven't had a
we
drink
can all
yet.
agree on.
I've been in Vegas for 4 days. I haven't had a single drink so far, and this is just me talking regular without a drink. But you know what? I'm drinking now. I'm gonna break my dry spell, and I'm gonna have some drinks tonight at the after party at the Scammy Awards. I'm so looking forward to the Scammy Awards. I'm so looking forward to roasting every single one of those people.
We've had a great time today talking about the various categories. We just had two lawyers arguing over who should win and so forth. One of them constantly saying, I can't say that. I represent them. I can't say that. I represent them. I can't say that. I might sue them, so on and so forth. I don't want to get him I don't want to get him in any trouble, but he was well on who not to sue and who to sue. Yeah.
But going back though on the so you're saying about how it's almost what's the barrier called? You know, like there's the barrier to alien life being found. It's like I can't remember what it's called.
The Prime Directive.
No, it's like a
warp barrier is
the Great Barrier. I think it's called the Great Barrier. Yeah. Where the idea of the Great Barrier is that if we discover intelligent life out there, it's bad news because it means that there's some great difficult barrier that intelligent life cannot get past, and we're behind that barrier. Are we? Yeah. We don't know if we're behind, if the barrier is in front of us, or if we're already past it. And if we discover intelligent life out there, the idea is that means that the barrier is in front of us. Yeah. Whereas if we don't discover it, it means it's probably behind us. Yeah.
I'm always afraid they're keeping us away from the more intelligent life because we're clearly not worthy. We keep trying to destroy this planet. We keep building weapons that destroy this planet. They're not useful at all. If you use them, you destroy the planet where we live, everyone.
And going back, so the quantitative easing tends to fund wars, as we've seen in the past. So I think on your analogy that where we stop funding wars and we start funding sound money and we go past the quantitative easing, people don't spend money on war. They're like, fuck it, let's go to space.
No. Yeah, you cannot. I think even taxation itself. I know that you're not necessarily a libertarian, and Thomas, and that's okay. I love you for that. No worries about that.
It's all right.
But I do think that war and taxation kind of go hand in hand. And you could say, well, no, taxation, they can fund hospitals and stuff like that. It's true, but I think that the main impetus for taxation